So my guest this afternoon is the community lead for a new Alberta advocacy group that aims to give a voice to people with disabilities. Bean Gill, thank you so much for joining me.
Thanks for having me.
So what can you tell me about Wheels of Change? What inspired the foundation of this group?
So our group, we're just a bunch of friends actually. We all have spinal cord injuries and we've been friends for a few years, and we've just seen we were kind of complaining about all the things that people complain about. And when you have a disability, there's a lot more other things to complain about, such as policies and procedures and, equipment and all of things. And as we were talking, we just kind of realized that this is something that does need to change and that can change. And I mean, who better to do it than us people who have lived experience and who can really value from the change that's coming, and also to help the people that are coming behind us, because spinal cord injuries happen every day, unfortunately. And so all the struggles and stuff that we went through, we want to try to change it so that other people don't have to go through those as well.
So talking about change, what kind of goals does the group have? What does Wheels of Change seek to accomplish?
Well, we have big, lofty goals. But right now, we're really hoping to change the policies and procedures with AADL. So that's Alberta Aids to Daily Living, which is a very vital program that provides equipment and supplies to Albertans living with disabilities all across the province. There's no disagreeing with that. The disagreement comes with the process and way things happen. There's way too much paperwork, there's so much red tape, and there's long wait times, which have detrimental effects to people who are waiting for that equipment, myself included.
In regard to those effects, how does a delay like that impact someone such as yourself?
So speaking of just of my experience, you need to have a cushion for your wheelchair, right? The cushion is very important because you have to be sitting properly. There can't be too much pressure on your sit bones because you can get pressure sores. The way you sit really affects the rest of your body, and humans aren't designed to sit, right? We're designed to be bipedal. But when you do have to sit, you have to make sure you're sitting properly. And so for myself, I'm sitting on a Roho cushion, which is air under my butt. When that pops, you can fix it a few times, but then there comes a time where it just can't be fixed anymore, and then you have to buy a new cushion. This is $1,000 for the cushion that I'm sitting on. And so I went through AADL. This was an emergency. My cushion had popped. I needed one ASAP. These companies also, the vendors, they don't rent out cushions for obvious reasons. And so there's no really replacement of that. So when I ordered my emergency cushion, when I went to go get assessed, and it was the exact same cushion that I had previously. So all they had to do is just reorder the same one, same size, everything. She had to fill out 23 pieces of paper. I counted them because she put them all out on the bed. I counted them. I'm like, this is a little ridiculous. And she's like, I know, they keep changing all the policies and we keep having to add more paperwork to everything. And not only was it 23 sheets of paper, it was 5 to 7 months I had to wait for my cushion, right? That's inexcusable. And luckily I was able to borrow a cushion from a friend, but had I not, I would have ended up with a pressure sore. I already have scoliosis, so that would have gotten worse. And if you're not sitting properly, there's so many other things that happen to you, like secondary complications from your shoulders, from your lungs. So many things can change. And so that's what we want to change, is why does it have to take that long? Why does it have to take 5 months for somebody to order an emergency cushion or an emergency piece of equipment? It shouldn't.
For people who are interested in Wheels of Change and maybe want to show their support or learn more, where can they go? What can they do?
Yeah, so you can go to our website, which is www.wheelsofchange.ca. We also have our Instagram, which is @wheelsofchangeca. On our website, you can see all of our bios, and then you can contact us through there or through our Instagram. And we're all just regular people, and so we're more than willing to help. We're more than willing to talk to people. And if anybody out there needs support or is looking for something to help them through their issues, definitely come and reach out to us. We're more than happy to help.
Thanks so much for joining me today, Bean.
No problem. Thank you for having me.